How did you like that? Was that nice? I amended the title sequence. Oops. How was that? Was that nice? I slightly amended that title sequence just ever so much. So a little bit of a material tweak here and there. Made it slightly longer. And that's the one I want to build in the season 2 of the 3D shenanigans. Oops, that's a little bit hot here on the light, isn't it? There. Much nicer. There we go. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to what could arguably be described as the most boring game I have played recently. So I hope it can pick up the pace just an ever so slightly. That is my wish. Certainly my wish. And I have some bad news for all of us, because that is if I go to resume the game, this is on my PlayStation 4, by the way, it appears that, first of all, we get a black screen, like forever, but it's one of those things. I'm hoping that, I have a fear we may have to do that EVA, that extraterrestrial spacewalk around Saturn. We may have to do that all again, because, it's terrible. Boo, says Julia. There we go. Well, Rod, we're going to do that girls thing once I go live with this. How I built this whole little title sequence there. So yes, let's do this together. Let's do this collaboratively. I haven't hammered out some time for that, but maybe we can start next week. Be good. I'm off. So there we go. Is it when are we off again? Next week. Next week from Thursday, Julia and I are off for a couple of weeks. So we have hundreds and thousands of things that we wanted to do, but perhaps one of those things. Welcome, of course, Joe in Independence, Missouri. Woohoo! That's cool. And welcome, Jeremy from as far away as, was it Singapore? Was it Malaysia? I can't remember. From far
Right, that's you all set up.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay, get those module clamps fixed, Sam.
Module clamps here. This is what I feared. We were given this mission last time, at the end of last time. We spent about 45 minutes going out and fixing said clamps, and it looks like the save point wasn't there. It's one of those games that only saves twice in 6 hours, and it's kind of, you have to kind of, one of those things. Singapore it was. Thank you for reminding me, Jeremy. And let me know if the signal on YouTube is good and if the comments are coming through. Looks like they are. I can see yours. I hope you can see mine. Let's delve right into this thing. Can't remember which button it is. Is it this one here? Yes, that's the button to get me full screen. Remember, we're playing as an AI in this setup here, so we can only get a hold of limited cameras and something like a kind of, what is it, like a camera sphere that will let us absolutely, Jeremy, that will let us go through the tunnels here. I think I can't go up or down. That is one thing that isn't possible. I can move this little sphere thing around. I think that is how it works. It's such a shame because we have done all this last time, and I remember it was a little bit, what was the word I'm looking for? Pernickety about what we're supposed to do. Boring, that was the word I'm looking for. Yes, Julia, that was exactly the word I'm looking for. So our sphere looks very much like this. This is the offline connection sphere, I guess. We've got some human giving us, whoops, no, that's not what I wanted to do. No, that's not what I wanted to do. There's a human giving us some tips and tricks. This is where we are. This is our space station floating at Saturn somewhere. If only I could remember how we get out of here. Memory core. Oh, Brian, welcome. The more the merrier. Do you remember what we needed to do in this game? I completely forgot it. Yeah, exactly, Houston. We've got the problem that the operator has forgotten his mission. And were there missions? No, this is options. This is going to be missions. It's going to be this thing then. So we have to get out somehow. That I remember. We have to get out and do this spacewalk again. And for that, there was some kind of a thing that we have to decompress. That laptop isn't going to be much help, I can tell. Somebody forgot to plug it in. That's terrible. Can I connect nonetheless? Nah. Totally dead. We don't need a spacesuit, of course. We're just, you know, that little old sphere that can just literally go anywhere. Some gaffer tape here, that's also good. Yeah, this might be a short stream. I could delete this game live off my PlayStation. That's an idea. Yeah, the thing is, we went back inside, Brian, and then I thought it's a good time to stop, but the game sadly hasn't saved that. So I suppose just after we got in, we would have probably been given some kind of revelation, and that means we then would have saved the game and got to the next story point. Let's see where we are. Oh really? That's exciting, Rod. Do you think EAS 11 is in fact where we get out? This could be where we get out. J Cross, yeah, it's come out in May, June, July this year, so it's fairly new, independent game made with Unity, and it looked really exciting. So there's some kind of a thank you, Brian. Very good. Let's find our way there then. Toggle waypoint. Boom. Waypoint is here. So there's some kind of plot going on. I'll tell you what happened before, and this is why that story kind of intrigued me. We play as the AI that may have been compromised, potentially. So the human on board, the woman, was hovering over Earth in our solar system, slightly kind of, you know, in the future, not that much, but slightly in the future. And the next thing we know, there's some kind of event, some kind of message happens that tells us, the computer, a bit like HAL 9000, it tells us, bring her. That's all we get. And then there's some kind of intermission, and then it appears as if we've arrived at Saturn. We don't know how much time has passed, but we find ourselves at Saturn. Oh, I think we're here. This is kind of good. This is getting there. Internal hatch. Let's close this thing. So then, woman wakes up again. We wake up again. Turns out, whoa, looks like we've arrived at Saturn. Now what? Why are we at Saturn? How did that happen? What do we need to do? Space station is a little bit damaged, so the human asks us to find out what happened and if there's any other external damage that we can find.
The control panel where you can rearrange the clamps is on the outer hull of EAS-3.
EAS-3, got you, human. Thank you so much for letting me know.
We could maybe check out a US-12 while we're out here.
Okay, 12 and 3. Let's remember that. I will have forgotten in about 3 seconds. And so the view is kind of breathtaking. We're literally, whoops, if I can get out, that is, there we go. We are literally at Saturn. Very exciting view. And this is our ever so slightly damaged space station. I remember it had to do with some kind of a Chinese part. The space station, that's the other thing that we found out last time. The space station is made of different components, made by different countries. So they have like CN12 or whatever, and EU47, and those are all kind of independent units that have been stuck together. Do we have a boost here? Yes. Boost me, baby. There we go.
Sam, it's still there. We can check it out.
When you say it, can you be a little bit more specific? It is still there? And the game isn't exactly forthcoming in regards to where we need to go with what. So it is a lot of, I think the reviewers have described that, it's a little bit tedious to figure out what the system wants us to do. See if we can access this laptop here. I guess no is the answer. You hold X and then it should form a link, but I guess this thing's bust. Not working like... Let's see if we can put our minds to this. The first thing we need to report is something damaged. EAS-12, oh there we go, okay. This is something we were supposed to have jettisoned just before we set off to Saturn, I believe. That's good. She was asking us, could we take a look? Let's do that. See if we find anything. Oh yes, and I can also ask her to repeat the last command. Let's do that.
Please repeat your previous request.
Sam, get those clamps disengaged. I'll be watching your feed.
Gotcha. Clamps disengaged. And also is supposed to take a look at EAS 12, but maybe that was her response to the fact that we've now found it, so it's all good. Those clamps, remind me again, they were on EAS 3, is that right? Let's see if we can find that. Also good to remember that when we find the end of this thing and that disconnected piece, that's where we get back in, EAS 11. So yes, thank you for reminding me there, Brian. Very important. Yep. Ah,
Straight
EAS
down,
2.
Sam. The controls are at the bottom of the EAS arm.
EAS arm. So at the bottom of this arm here?
Getting closer. Look for the controls on EAS 3.
3, gotcha. That's 2, this could be 3. Is it? Oh, we're tiny, we fit right through here. That effect here, by the way, that disturbing video signal, only ever happens when I bump into something. Yeah, is this something we can... Oh, there we go! ES3 hatch clamps. Connect! Awesome! Yes, I remember that. Took us forever to find last time. I remember that. Also can't quite remember how to do it now. Oh, why are we now disconnected? Right. Open clamp, hold X. Ah, man. That's cold, brother. That didn't work, did it? Okay, hold X. Clamp open. Now hold this thing as well. Alright, okay. Release that. Keep holding X. Now release that. Did that do the trick? Oh yeah, awesome. Only 2 more to go. Now that we know how to do it. Hold that. Hold that in addition to that. Quickly release that. Release that. And... boom. 8 is sorted. Let's sort number 2. Hold down X, hold down triangle, let go of triangle, let go of X.
That's it! The hull connection points are reading true. I think that's working. Yeah, it's working.
Woo!
It's gonna take a few minutes while the module connection runs its pressure checks. Sam, while you're out there, take a closer look at the damage you detected earlier on the station exterior. What can you see?
Hey Christina, welcome, welcome! No problem. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate that. Very nice. And thank you so much for all the hard work you've put in on the 3D Scrutiny website. That is very cool. I found myself being a moderator on the YouTube channel. That is very nice. Very cool. Or an administrator, shall I say. Very nice. And I've also got another email from you there. So yes, keep me posted. If there's anything you want me to test, drop me a line. And hello, Dreamlab, by the way. I totally missed you earlier. We have to do the spacewalk mission again. Now, she was saying, now that we've released the clamps, she wanted us to have a look at the damage to the outside of this. And this took us forever to find, but maybe it's not actually that far away from where we currently are. So it could well be that it's much easier to do now that we're in the vicinity. Yes, solar panels was the word, wasn't it? Chinese solar panels. I mean, there's some solar panels right here. Let's see what they are. Oh, Christina, you have the flu too. Oh, Joe, you have the flu as well, Rod tells me. I too have the flu. Looks like it is the season. The immunotherapy does not mean you never get the flu again. It looks like. It's mild only, but I can feel there's a sore throat thing going and all that, so yes, we need rest. That is really what it is all about, isn't it? The fever, however, that is not good news. I hope that can fix you up there. Can you imagine? That is how it transmits through the chat. Is this a Chinese module? It is a Chinese module. Oh, that's good. Let's have a look. Look, that looks like damage. I'll have a look at the front of the panels in a moment, but this is definitely broken. That's good. Oh, this is broken. Come on. Can't we report that? It's broken and it's Chinese. Could be at the bottom of it. Let me go boost down to the bottom of the panel. Oh yes. Now that is definitely broken. Congrats, J. Cross. At least somebody is healthy here. I think Julia's also healthy. You healthy? Yeah. Julia's relatively healthy too.
Please repeat your previous instruction.
Sam, that damage, any ideas?
Was it... Let's hope it's gonna stay that way. So funny. Yeah, that's true, Christina. So if we do find something we can report here, it'll come up with some kind of, some kind of thing. It all looks broken, so it's difficult to know what to report, really. Oh, I remember now, there was some kind of black substance, wasn't there? That's the stuff that we found inside somewhere. Some kind of a black substance, and I think this is what we find, and that's what we can tell her. Where said black substance was, we have no idea. You can always have a look at last week's video and see if we figure out where we actually picked this thing up. Maybe that'll give us some clues. Might not have even been this Chinese capsule. Maybe there's others. Who knows? Oh, there, is that it? CNO3. That's not come up before.
An unknown material is present at hull fracture points.
That looks like what I found in EAS-4. What the hell is it? Bring the sphere back inside and meet me in EAS-3. Let's get this hatch open.
Good. Let's
God
get
the others are okay.
the hatch open. That only took 25 minutes, not 2 hours. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's a good reminder of where we actually are in this game. Now, that is that disconnected bit here. Oh, don't worry about it, Christina. The good thing about the 3D scrutiny is it's not a project that's gonna run away anytime soon. Let's do this if and when we all find time, and if it's a bit tight right now, don't worry about it at all. I know you're working on it, you're working hard on it, and one day we'll bring this online, and we'll do the test then. No problem at all. Does anyone remember where the entrance was? It was around here. Kind of expecting an open gate here somewhere. Yeah, I think it was EAS 11. That was the... Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. Found it. Procrastination pays off. That's the spirit. This week is the official start of NaNoWriMo, of course. That was yesterday. I also didn't really get done with what I wanted to do. I did do a lot. I just didn't start with NaNoWriMo. So, close the external hatch. Repress. Internal hatch open. Woohoo! Oh, disconnection from sphere in progress. Is that good? Yes, feel better, Christina. We'll probably be here in another hour or hour and a half, so yeah. Come back when you feel like it. Probably, yes. So we're at the static camera now. This is the sphere that we've just been in, and it looks like that's offline. I'm not entirely sure how we get that back online now, or how we can transport back to our human. I have no idea. Procrastination pays off, you know, Christina. Oh, we can zoom. Oh, I forgot we can zoom. That's that. Connection sphere required. Well, we've just done that. That's cool. Oh, good! Maybe she can help us, Rod. So that's all we can do with this camera here. See what we can fiddle out with the other ones. Indeed, Brian. And also the thing is, with playing and chilling, that's when all those creative ideas come about, don't they? Ooh, a JLM camera. Nice. Oh, I could do, yes. If only I remember how. Yes, 3. Enter camera. Well, there we go. Brian, that's the spirit.
Looks like the connection to Universal is holding. Great work, Sam. Now, lift the lockdown on the hatch, please.
Lift the lock down the hatch. Unlock ES3 hatch. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. That usually works with some kind of computer gadget that we just point at and connect with. Cyrus! Good afternoon. Good evening. Is it good morning? Fire extinguisher. Can we do anything with that? Nah. Second Patreon account with the same credentials. That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think they're that sophisticated. They probably require you, like YouTube did in the old days, to create a separate account for that. And then you have 2 separate accounts. I think that'll work. Yes, different email address. That's right. I can see that becoming a feature that might be necessary in the future, though, as Patreon are expanding. You can always drop them a line and see what they say. Oh, I remember that. We need to draw something on here, don't we? But for that we need to find the schematic first. That was the idea, wasn't it? How do we do that again? I do remember I took some screenshots on my phone last time. Let me just see if I can remember that. Did I know? Oh, it was on my other iPhone. Oh, of course it was. That's what happens when you have too many phones lying around. Oh, I didn't even know you had to apply these days. Oh, that's what that was. How exciting. Do Renderosity still have an affiliate program? I remember Daz once had one that was much simpler, but they switched platforms, and since then I've just never looked into it again. I guess the Restream bot keeps watching a lot. Yeah, we did pick up some cards here. I'm just starting my other iPhone, so it takes a moment for it to boot up. Nothing is synchronized where I live, you know. Be too easy. Be way too easy. Maybe the other cameras can see something. It used to be cards that we picked up. They were fairly obvious. They looked a bit like kind of AR or QR codes rather. And once we scan them, we get some kind of a thing that we don't have to draw somehow. And that's how we then open the gate. Magically, my other iPhone also doesn't have the pictures, you know. Then there's only one other possibility. They're on my iPad. Let me get that. Now let's see here. EAS hatch schematic. There we go. I think I found it. This is good. Now, how do we apply that? Was it with this thing? With this thing, maybe? Right, perfect. Hatch control. So I have to hack in, then I look at some kind of a weird graphic, and it says hatch open, which is, I guess, what we want to do. Open is L1, so that kind of starts here even. This is where it starts. Then we go up about 1. Oh, okay. This. How should we hold to start a connection? Do that here. Oh yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, I think. Then we go 2 across, and then we go to about here. Error, hatch is locked. Okay, I guess we're going to unlock it first. L3, on the other hand, that's what the unlock connection is. It's ever so slightly tedious. We start here, we go across to about here. We go up, down to here. Hatch unlocked. Haha, good stuff. Whew, glad I kept this.
That's it open. Here we go. Here, let me. Hello? Elsa? May? Stas?
Anybody.
Jim?
Say hello to the night nurse. Ask her to watch.
Is the link door closed? Josh? Are you there? Who is that?
We do, Christina. Yes, that's correct. Oh. Ask the nurse if we can borrow his expertise for what happened here.
Oh, you poor soul. I'm so sorry, Stas. Looks like it was exposure.
Poor Stas.
It must have been depressurized at some point before. Sorry, mate. Fuck, I'm so sorry.
Okay. That's exciting.
That's your universal camera systems back online now. So keep an eye out for anything while you work. Emma. You have no idea how happy I am to hear you.
Emma! Oh my god, Emma, I'm stuck in Shenzhou. Where are you?
We've just made it to Central.
Who is we?
Me and Sam. I don't know where anyone else is yet, except Stas. He's dead, mate.
Oh god, how?
It looks like Central depressurized. It's okay now, though. He's in his suit, but I don't think he had O2.
What about Jim? Josh, Ailsa?
Nothing yet. We had like a full power outage. Sam has lost most of his functions, and we're slowly getting him back up to speed.
Sam, that's us.
I'd like to help, but I'm stuck in the Chinese arm. There's
Chinese
something
arm.
wrong in UN3. It's all locked down.
I'll get Sam to look into it right now. Sam, check the station alerts. Make that the priority if you can.
When you say station alerts, what do you mean? We can have a look at UN3. Yes, the poor boy. This is not the right game we're playing. Otherwise, I'd say invite him over. Certainly will take his mind off things, but I think it's an 18 plus title. So she's stuck in UN3. I thought I'd go there. Just have a nosy around. Oh, you're in isolation. Right, right. Coolant network hub. Okay, let's have a look into that. Ah, that's a washout, isn't it? Unavailable. A foot. Yes, absolutely. She said, have a look at the station alerts. If only we knew what that meant. Is this an alert here? Does anything say station alert? Yeah, the laptop it's out of power. I think there were a couple of others that were out of power, and when I tried to connect to it, it just goes, oh, maybe I can. Ah, online via systems link, really? What does that mean? Well, thanks, Christina. It seems to have worked this time. Last time it totally didn't work. Could have sworn she said she's stuck in UN3. We're in UN3 and we don't see anybody. Thinking, what's going on? Oh, is this anything new? Crew tracking sensor. Zoom to interact. Let's do that. See if we find somebody at last. System linked. Currently unavailable. Maybe we're gonna find something like an alarm thing. Oh. Right. That's a shame. Guess we won't worry about the coolant network node for now. A computer with amnesia. This is what it feels like. That's the laptop we've just interacted with. I think that's it for UN3 then, isn't it? See if that human can just repeat her last command. Let's see.
What would you like me to do?
Look at your station alerts, Sam. Find out what is wrong and do your best to fix it whilst I get this tracker back online.
Small issue. I don't know what that means. Oh, station alerts up there. Ah, all right. We found it. So cool. So red's got to be, bad. Coolant thingy not working. That's a shame. High priority. Need to find this schematic then for that, I guess. What else? Crew tracker also not working. Camera error also not working. Oh, when it tells us where that is, I see. So this year is 12, 10, UN 1, 3, and 6. That's where station alerts are not working. Perhaps we're going to do that first, like the human suggested. UN 1, 3, and 6. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. So we're in UN 3. Oh. Can we open that? Let's open that. Offline. Hatches we can... Oh, man. Can't open that one either. Well, let's try UN1 then. That's the other thingy where something is, you know, not good. Ooh, something's floating there already. Storage bag. Crew tracking sensor. Yeah, that needs to be repaired. Unavailable. Man. And what a washout. Can't do anything with that. I think so, yes. Have you played this game before, Cyrus? We tried this last Saturday for the first time, but yes, that's when we found... Oh my god, it's dark. Look at that. Why is it so dark? Yes, that's where we found schematics to unlock and open hatches. Yeah, so it looks like this is the dark part of UN1. So much for UN1. UN6, was that the other one we should have had a look at? Oh, okay. Right. Yes, and those schematics, I took a picture of that because I don't know where in this game I would bring them up so that we could at least have a look at them, which is weird. Unless there's something in here that I just don't know how to press, that is possible. Like this looks a little bit mysterious here, to say the least. I did take a screenshot. I have that. I have those schematics, and if another one comes up, I'll take a screenshot of that. So this is the current mission, I guess, that we're on. Crew tracking sensor needs to be repaired. UN 1, 3, and 6 have issues. Errors detected 3. So UN 6. What's happening here? Online via systems link. If only I knew what that meant. Is that an advantage now? Can we do anything? Ah, caddy. Let's caddy the power on. I wonder if computers do this in real time. Just take your cameras and just nose you around and see what you can do. Crew tracking sensor, let's do it! Unavailable! Oh man. Ah, another crew tracking sensor. Oh, that is the crew tracking sensor. Looks more like a Wi-Fi module. The purple laptop, you mean? Hatch control, right. Maybe we need different schematics for different hatches. Data not found, so I suppose that indicates we don't have that yet. I forgot which one we got to. Oh, there we go. Must have been the other one that we connected to. Oh! JRJE reactor on. Maybe we'll just go select that. Ooh.
Confirming that I'm finally powering down the test cycle on the EFR reactor. I know I've been a pain in the ass about this, Jim, but it's been operational for weeks now, and the check routines have taken up so much of my time.
Jim.
This is time I should have spent on USES tech tests, and they're going to be pissed. What was Houston's problem with my results? I just don't understand why we're checking this over and over. Anyway, rant over. Reactor is on standby. Ready for anything. Message in.
The dead, Jim. Interesting. Luggage, I like it. And once again, schematic isn't going to do anything. Okay. Was this how we would view the schematic? I'm just seeing here, hold to view the schematic. Right, so if we had the schematic, I guess I'd take a look at it there. Ah, I see, I see. But yes, like you said, Cyrus, it is literally a point-and-click adventure made with 3D engine. That's really what it is, isn't it? It's also not very... It doesn't branch off as such. It's more like a movie, and you have to figure out what to press in order to make the movie go. Ah, close hatch. Was that good? I can't tell. Good thing we don't need a schematic for that.
What would you like me to do, Emma?
Look at your station alerts, Sam. Find out what is wrong and do your best to fix it whilst I get this tracker back online.
Gotcha, sure. Right, so station alerts. We tried the crew tracker, couldn't fix it. Next thing, have we fixed it? Have we fixed this? Nah, totally haven't fixed this. High priority required. System reset detected. Crew tracker sensors offline. Locations multiple, but then we're not really told what to do. Exactly, fix all issues. How? How are we going to do that? Crew tracker. Camera error in EAS 10. Maybe we'll take a crack at that. Let's do that. EAS 10. Visual feed offline. Failure to initialize. EAS 10. No problem. Actually, yes, it is a problem because EAS 10 is unreachable. So crew assistance, what does that mean? Somebody needs to physically go there and plug in a cable type thing. I guess. Didn't say that here, so I say then, that's a very good point, Brian. Shall we go back and see if we can grab our sphere, hover into EAS 10, and then see if we can, I don't know, dock the sphere with something like that. That's something we should consider. Emma's here. Our sphere is nowhere. Is this our sphere? Could be. Let me see. Ah, human! The wafty hose and everything. She's obviously busy doing stuff. That's what they expect of us, isn't it? Give us a verbal command, we're supposed to understand it and then just go and magically do it. We have no idea what human world looks like. Life support terminal. Could be messing with that. Hold to connect. Didn't I just do that? Ah! Oh, denied. Oh, that's a shame. Access denied. That's a very good screenshot, yes. Yes, let's do that. Let's take a screenshot here. Very good. Thank you, Julia. Very good idea. XXX, that's easy. What's in the laptop? Ooh, okay, UN hatch schematic. All right. That's what it looks like. Technical diagram of the universal hatch door schematic layout. This allows the user to force commands on the equipment in the event of interference failure or testing. And it looks a little bit different than the picture I took of the previous hatch thing. So I might just take another hatch picture here. You never know when that might come in handy. UN hatch controller. Right. I knew this iPad was going to come in handy. JE2O almost there. Wish that was the case.
Hi everyone. I know a lot of you have been getting head up about requests from Houston and from me that have been butting into your work this past week. I just wanted to say that I'm hearing you all loud and clear, especially Josh as he's been the loudest. I know it's been frustrating, but we're getting to the end of it now. We'll be back on expecting ESA practice soon, really soon. You've just got to trust me. When we get through to the other side, I can maybe fill you in on what's been happening.
You could fill us in now. Decryption protocol. That might come in handy. An encryption key matrix. That's not something we'd ever have to type in as such, right? We wouldn't have to replicate the letters there on the left-hand side. Nah, that'd be really bad. In the event of a breakdown in hardware or to contact local vessel, such as approaching shuttle whose encryption hardware has failed, use this key to reconfigure. Each vessel carries the same key, and as such, station to craft or Houston communications should still be possible by decrypting with this key, even with hardware failures. Well, we best remember that. I'm sure that's going to come in handy one day. Yeah. Guidance and navigation. Oh, nice. You get to play with all the good toys here. Ah. Unavailable. Somebody's glasses. Ooh, and a pencil. Very good. So it looks like they have either got some nifty Velcro system, or there's actually a bit of artificial gravity in here. That could be. Do you know, I don't know. I'm not sure. Because we woke up here and we were already in, like, at Saturn. So I wonder, maybe they haven't been yet. Let's just see if that's on our station alerts thing. What are communications doing? So these two cameras are down. Crew tracker, coolant, and the thing that's actually okay we're not allowed to look at. Okay, no problem. I thought maybe we needed to fix the comms array as well. But no, I guess not. Data recovered, access denied. Oh, another laptop. We're not allowed to look at it. Does that say Fujitsu? No, it says Futuro. I like it. Good Futuro laptops. Oh, we've been here already. Let's go camera C. What's down here? Another laptop. Also, I wonder how the rest of the crew died. I mean, one appears to be still alive, but this guy, how did he die? Unavailable. So, where might our sphere be? Do you think? That is very funny. Carlos, welcome! Very nice to have you. We're looking for this sphere thing that lets us roam around the station, and for some reason, I don't know, it looks like we've lost it. We can't go back to the ESA type corridors. Oh no, we can. Oh, look at that. Oh. So the Russian and the Chinese, look at that, I keep finding new buttons here. So Russian and Chinese sections we can't look at, but the UC sections have just opened up, and the EAS sections, well, we've just been there, haven't we? So we should be able to find our sphere. Where was it? 3, 4... 11. Let's try. That is good to hear. Carlos, tell me, what is cinefotografiando? What does that actually mean in English? Speaking of translations and all. It looks like the sphere is not here. Let's try 3. In fact, let's just try them all. That was 11. Let's just go try them from... there we go. That doesn't work. No problem. 10. Of course, 10 had the problem with the camera, didn't it? We need to go in there manually. Oh, there we go. Look at that. EAS 9. There's a laptop. Offline connection sphere. What a shame. Can't connect to that. And there's no online sphere here, is there? Yeah, I guess not. Anyone seen the sphere? No. Okay. 6 then. Gotta be the lucky number. Nah, no sphere here either. 7. Broken. 5 then. Come on. 5. Oh, I see. Right. Thank you for clearing that up. That is actually a great term. Very cool. So that refers to the kind of the red cameras and all that, I guess. EFR connected to station power grid to be used in event of power failure. That's good, right? Will we now get praise from the human? Power caddy? What do we do with that? Cinephotografiando, that's very good. And it sounds very elegant. Gotcha. Currently unavailable, that's not what we want to hear. Hatch control. Right, that's how we watch the schematic. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, really? So the red cameras are good enough to be in space. That's good to know, because we appear to be using cameras like, Sony cameras here in this game from the 90s, 12-bit 4x3 type cameras. Mini DV based, not even in 16:9. Those look like a lot of lenses there, look at that. This camera's bizarre, I can't go left and right, I can only turn it. Interesting. But no sphere here either, so... Julia says, is it outside? I think we brought it inside, didn't we? And when we brought it inside, the power levels were low, so I would imagine as soon as we find it, we have to somehow recharge it. We did find that one sphere there, but that was there when we were walking about with our other sphere, so I don't think it's that. But then, hey, what do I know? Certainly no sphere anywhere in sight. Right, look at that. I remember reading that NASA have actually always been very pernickety about image quality in space as well as on launches. So for rocket launches since decades, they've always been recording this on film, like before digital was good enough to do that, and in high speed from several angles, so that should something have gone wrong, they have tons of footage to go through so that they can figure out what happened there. So it looks like they're still doing that, just in the digital age now. Very good to hear, Carlos. That's exciting. So there's just no sphere around here anywhere, is there? How are we supposed to roam around the station if we don't know where the sphere is? Let's see if we can do something with that sphere that was kind of on the workbench there. I don't remember where that was now. I'm sure we'll find it. This one here. That's the one. Yeah, we think the visuals are really stunning in this game. Absolutely well done. I mean, with this spacewalk that we did there, that was very cool. Offline connection sphere. Well, how are we going to online that then? Okay, that's another Canon lens here. Data recovered, so we've got that already. How are we going to make this thing go? Nah, can't access the tools either. Headphones, they seem to have an iPad there, or is that just an organizer? Good old mag light on the wall. Good to have in space. Offline connection sphere. There's nothing I can do with that thing. G'day, Steve! How's it going? Welcome to space. This is Saturn. We have no idea what we're doing. This is a really good-looking, terribly boring game. I'm so sad to say this. We fixed some kind of issue on the outside. That was awesome. And now we're supposed to fix other issues for which it looks like we need to go and roam about and plug things in and do stuff. For which I would imagine we need that roaming around sphere that we had. But for some reason we can't seem to find it. So perhaps then, I suggest we go through every room in the UN section here and see if there's anything that would bring us on the right track. Online via systems link, even though it still has the flashy battery icon there. I don't know. Oh wow, Rob, those are timeless classics. I'm glad you're doing that. Yes, recently I read that you've been digitizing a lot of your photos. Hey, that photo of you as a, what was it, like a 6-year-old, 8-year-old, that looked amazing. Just quality-wise, I was super impressed by that. It's as if it's literally been taken a couple of weeks ago. Yet it is scary to think 60-odd years old. That's crazy, isn't it? I remember watching a restored version of Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, and he shot everything in Vista Vision. That was kind of cool. And that restored to a 65mm print, that looked absolutely fantastic. If it hadn't been for the fact that you just didn't see a lot of detail in the shadows, the scenes that were shot during good lighting, absolutely magnificent. It's crazy to see a young James Stewart, and you think they've shot him yesterday. Wow, so you're saying, Cyrus, that we have digital photography today thanks to the military, I guess. That is a crazy thought, isn't it? That's where the big budgets are. That's where the necessity is in spying on people. Oh dear. Is that a body bag? Maybe they're sleeping. Ah! May and Jim, first spacewalk. Good point, Steve. Good point, Steve. Oh, meet Captain Jim Elias. Comms network, also inaccessible. Laptop, inaccessible. Let's try it. Thank you, Jeremy. I'll go back there in a second. That sounds like a good idea. I think it's our best bet to get that sphere moving again. I'm going to spend some time looking at the rest of these rooms here. Maybe there's anything else we can have a look at here, like the hovering mag light. Exactly, that was the purpose, wasn't it? In case one of the communication nodes was out, that wasn't supposed to affect the network. I think GPS satellites today, that's another example that I always think that those things are probably outdated military inventions that are no longer in use for them, so we can have them. And whatever they have, I don't even want to know. Probably cheaper to just make them a consumer product than to retrieve them and keep them all secret or whatnot. Those microsatellite networks. Oh, system linked. ARPANET. I think ARPANET was it. And apparently the very first website is still available. I don't remember what the URL is, but it still is available. Very nice. Amen to that. Which is the reason, Carlos, why we're getting 4K cameras in our mobile phones these days, isn't it? Once unbelievably expensive, and then eventually, well, they're just $5. Enter PIN. I don't recall a pin that we've been given. We could always try 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the incorrect pin. How about 0000? That's another popular one. Ah, also doesn't work. Damn. We've got security here. Uncrackable. We could brute force it, it's only 10,000. Julia says 1942? What made you think that? Might have picked it up on the internet somewhere. What was it again? 1942? That is incorrect. Yeah, especially Computer Streamlab, can you imagine? UN4. Vent, currently unavailable. That's a good idea. Maybe that's just a... On the desk. Could be that there's a note here. Post-it note. Cyrus, this is going to take forever. We looked at the new UN3 yet? Coolant network node. Ah, see, we need to repair that as well. That's good. Cool. Currently unavailable and schematic not found. Excellent, excellent. Online device systems look good. Okay, cool. I must remember to leave a review on this game on Steam. Now, Jeremy, do you remember where that workbench was with this sphere? Do you remember which EAS nodule that was in? Luckily, I forgot already. I mean, what the game does well, I must say, is that we are literally stranded in space with no idea what to do next. I suppose that's what it would be like. If we were to go up in space and an emergency like that would happen, we would also go, yeah, okay. There it is. EAS 09. Laptop data recover. No problem, no problem. I think I found it now. That's cool. Power caddy. Zoom to interact. Oh my god. Oh, we can turn it off. I imagine that needs to be on, right? Let's switch that on. That was a very clever thought, Jeremy. Well done. Well done for spotting that. Power caddy. Yeah, so it is on now. Right, so that switches it off, and that makes the laptop kind of inaccessible. Well, if you have any ideas of where we're going to go next and what we need to do, please let me know. Any of you have read a walkthrough, do let me know. It's not that I'm getting impatient, I just really don't know what else I should be doing here, sadly. So let's see, this thing, camera error, this and that, looks like that's what we need the, what's it called, that little sphere for, right? So that we can go move around and roam about. This thing, I don't know. And this thing, I don't know either. So it's a bit, you know, I really don't know where we should be going from here. This is kind of, this could be one of those games that just takes literally years to complete, and it's not even very interesting. I really don't know. That laptop, let's have a look. The laptop, I remember doing something with it earlier, and there was some data on it, and it looks like we've done that already. I do remember last time we came in here and we had to put our sphere into something to recharge it, and then I thought it was a good time to stop. Still kicking myself for that. If that's an EAS 9, maybe it's here. Is that sphere still here? In 11, because this is where we got back inside. Yeah, you see, it's one of those things, Dreamlab. I'm beginning to want to give up on this game as well. I mean, I do want to know what happens next and why we're even at Saturn. But I'm also thinking, hey, I just want to get somewhere here. I mean, it's, you know, I've been looking through these things all. The laptop with the white screen. Let's have a look, Jeremy. Let's have a look. Which one was it? Where the sphere was? That might just be too much for me, Brian. Connection sphere required. Okay. So that also indicates we may need one. If it's not here, maybe it's in ES10. Let's have a look. Yeah, the monolith. Now it's at Saturn. Oh, this one! My goodness, Jeremy. Good point. No. That's just... I don't know why that's just white. It doesn't do anything. That didn't seem to do anything either. I'm gonna have a look at a walkthrough. Maybe that'll help us out. Are they? Julia says walkthroughs are also really bad. It's keeping in touch with the actual game, aren't they? What's this thing called again? Observation. Observation walkthrough. How to do anything in observation. Looks like we've done that. Back inside the station, you'll need to unlock the hatch again. This uses the same schematic. We've done that. Short cinematic will play and it will reveal Stas has died from Central Station, being depressurized while he was still alive. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. We've got that too. You'll need to go into the OS screen and then open up the station alerts tab. Got that. Click on the first red square and it will be the coolant network that's offline. Use response mode to relay the issue to Emma about the issue and then proceed to the UN arm of the station to repair the coolant network. Oh, I see. So we need to actually report that to her. Right. So this, and now we need to go and tell her that that's broken now. Inform crew. Oh, okay. Right. Brian, I had no idea where that was. Okay, you get 100 points, for sure.
The coolant network is reporting multiple errors. Recommend investigation.
That could give us problems later on. Have a look at the network hub, please, Sam.
Man. Right, that's probably what it does. What it doesn't do. Exactly. So what now?
Emma, please repeat your instruction.
Have a look at the network hub, please, Sam.
The network hub. Okay, next problem. How the hell? What is where and how? You need to travel to the ULB and then use camera B to open up the UN1 hatch using the schematics below. How would I know that if I wouldn't look at a walkthrough? How would I even... Would I accidentally come across this? ULB, and then use camera B to open up UN1 hatch. Okay, great. I'm just gonna literally read what it says and press the buttons as it says I should do. That's fun. That's awesome. Open hatch. Woohoo! Excellent. Each of the UN hatches will require the proper schematics to open. Proceed to UN3 and access the coolant network nodes on the wall. Gotcha. UN3.
I can hear you in there, Sam. The door is locked down, and I think there is an override active. Something atmospheric?
Sure. I don't know, yes? Unavailable. What a shame. Maybe we can figure this one out at least. Good thing is we've been to some of these rooms already. That's a good idea, Brian. I'm all with that. Online via systems link. Great, we've done that already. Ah, coolant network hub. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Hub controller operations locked. Node resets required. Well, do it already. Ready via schematic. So schematic is... Have I officially found that? I found one schematic. Is that the same that my fancy walkthrough tells me there is? I'm just having a look here. No. Yes, it is actually. Okay, so it is the one that I took a screenshot of earlier. That's good, that's good, that's good. So, everything that's not ready, let's make it ready, shall we? Not that I have any idea how to do that, because none of that reacts to any button inputs. That's such good game design. Are they now talking about these things here on the wall? Coolant node, add to system link, is that it? Yeah, but I found the schematic. I have it. Haven't I? Maybe I haven't. This game's worse than No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a pretty bad game, I gotta tell you. It is literally, if you're thinking of buying No Man's Sky, please don't do it. If you're also thinking of buying Observation, please don't do it. Hondo DD, how you doing? Okay, I'm going to take one last crack at this with the walkthrough here. It says, switch to camera C to access the laptop to get the proper coolant network update. Glad to hear it, Hondo, glad to hear it. Scan the coolant network schematics. How? And then open up your OS and then proceed to use the fragments of that. Oh, this is painful. Now, where do I find whatever schematic it is that I need to scan? That is what the walkthrough does not mention. That's the one I'm reading right now, Cyrus. This is exactly the one, Angry Gamer, oneangrygamer.net. That's exactly the one I'm reading right now. Let me just go and post that link into the chat right there 5 times, because That's just how Restream rolls. Oh, it sniped my own link. That's good. This is working really well. I like it. I like it. Let me try again. Yes, there we go. That's the one I'm reading right now. From one angry gamer. From one angry gamer to the next. And we're looking at this walkthrough, it looks like we're kind of 2/3 done with the game, so that's good to know. 2/3, maybe halfway down. Proceed UN3, access the coolant network nodes on the wall. Check. Switch to camera C to access the laptop to get the proper coolant network update. Check. That is what we have done, right? Camera C, coolant network update. Everything needs to be reset. Great. Switch to camera C, access the, oh yeah, scan the coolant network schematics. This is where we fall down because I can't see coolant network schematics anywhere. He doesn't say to switch away from that camera, which makes me kind of hopeful that it's... oh, schematic. Ooh, schematic, come on. Schematic not found. Man, that's just terrible. At the numbers on this, you mean? 490, 186, and 726. I wonder what that means. Each node must be readied via schematic. Hub controller operations log. This might as well be Chinese. I really have no idea. You know, I gotta say, it was amazing and lovely to hang out with you guys. I think this is really not my game. I'm super disappointed with this observation. I'm going to leave a review on Steam. I think I'm going to spend the rest of my day doing that because I think we've wasted enough time on this title. And let's not play this again. What do you think? What do you think? Votes. Shall we continue observation or shall we delete it from the PlayStation and be done with it? I like Dreamlab's idea that you just don't have the patience to finish games that are annoying. I'm totally with you. It's one of those things. Let's lose it. Yeah, great. Delete forever. I like it. Dreamlab doesn't want it. I don't want it. Julia has been huffing and puffing ever since we started last week. So Julia doesn't like it either. Send it to space. Christina says get rid of it. Love it. Love it. I like it. This is like unanimous. Voodoo Vince, that's an idea. We could do that. I don't know if it's still installed. I'll have a look. The other option is a bit more Manifold Garden, World 3. We can do that. That's a possibility. That's cool. You're absolutely right, Dreamlab. Exactly. And I find it just so sad that, you know, they put all this effort in here, and this could have been a really, really nice game, but the way you have to play it is really not nice, and it's a shame because we never get to see the rest of the world, and you know, it's just one of those things. Same here, Rod. Same here. I don't even know why we're here anymore. One of those things. Well, I'll tell you what, let me go offline with this session. Let me have a think what else we can do, and I might be back in 5 or 10 minutes. How about this? Now, this is an exciting one. Julia and I have been playing Fortnite recently. How's that? Shall we do a duo Fortnite thing? That's a good idea. Julia and I are doing Fortnite together as a duo. So I've got the split screen thing set up. That could be cool. Let's do that. Steve, if you want to jump in, let's do that. Steve is happy about it. If you're happy, we can get you into the party. We can play the 3 of us if you want to do that. Carlos is good for Fortnite. Let's do this. My friends, I will be back in 5 or 10 minutes. Give me some time to reset this up, and let's watch that wonderful J Plays title sequence again. See you in a moment.